Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. I'm going to jump right in with what's happening tonight, which is poetry writing as a spiritual practice led by Roy Goodman. That's going to be tonight, Monday, October 28th from 7 to 8:30 here in the Faith Formation Wing, and Roy is excited to have anyone come. It's a drop-in. You don't have to be registered. Just come on out and explore poetry as a spiritual practice with Roy. On Wednesday this week, October 30th, from 6 to 7:30 p.m., we are hosting in our space a Granite State Organizing Project public housing meeting with city leaders. So the mayor is going to be here, a couple of aldermen, some leaders of city offices, and it's all going to be about affordable housing and hearing, we'll be asking some questions of our city leaders about what they're doing about affordable housing, what they plan to do, and learning how we can be involved as well. So that is open to the public. You are all invited. It's going to be in the dining room starting at 6 p.m. this Wednesday, October 30th. I will be moderating the conversation along with Rabbi John of Temple Beth Abraham, and I think it's going to be a really good discussion, so I would love to see you there. This Saturday is our Leadership Summit, which we've been talking up for the last few weeks. It's Saturday, November 2nd from 9 to noon, and we will be gathering with fellow church members and leaders to explore a big picture church topic together, connect with members and friends who are serving the church in different ways, and build leadership skills. And at this summit, we're going to in particular go deeper with our new congregational values, those ones that are on the back of our t-shirts: wonder, authentic connection, courageous community, and love in action. So we're excited about that. We're also going to talk a little bit about communications, which is always a hot topic. So that's from 9 to noon, November 2nd. We're going to begin with a potluck brunch. So if you're coming, bring some sort of potluck brunchy item to share. And all of the activities will be designed for people who are serving the church in some way. So on a team or committee, as a board member, faith formation volunteer, as a worship associate or pastoral care associate or a lead greeter. But everyone is welcome. It really is for everyone. We're all leaders in this church. So please join us November 2nd, 9 to noon. I'll put a link in the comments where you can RSVP. And on the evening of November 2nd is the New Hampshire Council of Churches Spirit of Unity dinner. I'm really looking forward to this. I've been part of putting the dinner together, and I think we've got a great program planned, including a keynote speech by Bishop Dwayne Royster, who works with Faith in Action, the New England region. And he's a fabulous speaker. I'm really excited to hear from him. We're also giving an award to Barbara Keshen, who is the chair of the New Hampshire Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty, which is a group that was originally formed by the New Hampshire Council of Churches. And Barbara's a fellow UU. She's a member of UU Concord. So she's going to be receiving our Work of the People Award. So it's going to be a lovely program. It's a great way to support an organization that does good social justice work in our state. It's this Saturday, November 2nd, with a reception at 5 p.m., dinner at 6 at Brookside Congregational Church. And I will put a link in the comments with more details about that and where you can buy your tickets. I hope I will see some of you there. This Sunday, we are doing our annual All Souls service. So I invite you all to bring pictures or mementos of loved ones who have died to add to our altar. And we interpret loved ones very broadly, so anyone you want to remember, a person or an animal who has died, bring something to put on our altar. We will have a chance for kids to put things on the altar before they head off to their workshops for the day. So kids are welcome to bring items as well. We are going to have new faith formation workshops starting this Sunday. One is going to be photography, paying attention to what's important. One is going to be making UU prayer beads, paying attention with our minds and hearts. And the last one is stamping placemats for Meals on Wheels guests, paying attention to our community's needs. And if you haven't guessed yet, our theme for November is attention. So all three of those sound fabulous, and those will be the new workshop choices for the first 3 weeks of November. We are still looking for some folks to take on extra fellowship hour and greeting slots through the end of the year. I'll put the link where you can sign up for that in the comments. And stay tuned in the next 3 weeks for announcements about signing up for next year fellowship and greeting slots. Those will be coming up. Last thing happening this weekend, there's a lot this weekend, is our UU Nashua Family Glow Bowling Night. This is this Sunday, November 3rd, from 5 to 7 p.m. at Lita Lanes, which is 340 Amherst Street here in Nashua, and it'll be glow-in-the-dark candlepin bowling, which sounds pretty fun. $5 per game and $3 for shoe rental. Please RSVP to Alice Intercasso if you are planning to be there so she knows how many people to expect. And remember, of course, I almost forgot to say that this Sunday is daylight savings time. So it's fall back, which means we are moving the time back an hour. So make sure to change your clocks so that you get here at the right time on Sunday morning. Next week, on November 6th, our 20s and 30s group is going to be heading down to Boston, to Cambridge actually, for a trip to worship with the Sanctuary Boston. The Sanctuary Boston was our August and September outreach offering. They're an amazing ministry in Boston that does multi-generational ministry, but with a particular focus on young adults. So our 20s and 30s group is going to be heading down there on November 6th. We'll be meeting at 5:15 to carpool from the Grove Street parking lot. And I'll be coordinating all of that. So I'm asking folks to let me know if they are planning to come so we know to wait for you. You can send me an email or you can RSVP on the Facebook event, which I will put a link to in the comments, just to let me know that you're coming so we know who to expect. It's going to be a fun night. On Saturday, November 9th, I'm really excited that the second annual UU Action New Hampshire Story Slam is happening here at our church in Nashua. It's Saturday, November 9th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. True moving stories told in front of a live audience, you. There'll be food, stories, and fellowship, all while supporting UU social justice organizing in New Hampshire. So it is a fundraiser. There's a suggested donation of $25. I'll put the link where you can get tickets. But they won't turn anyone away for lack of funds. So come even if you can't give, because it'll be a really fun evening and you'll get to connect with UUs from all across the state. And we've got 2 UU Nashua folks telling stories. Roy Goodman is going to be telling a story, and I will be as well. So UU Nashua will be there, and I hope you will be there too. We've got a couple of adult faith formation programs starting up in November. One is Building the World We Dream About, which is sponsored by our Racial Justice Study Group. And it's a curriculum put together by our Unitarian Universalist Association to help us go deeper with capacity building in terms of talking about issues related to race, ethnicity, and cultural identity, both as individuals and as congregations. So you'll talk about how our perspectives are shaped by life experiences and by racial and ethnic identity. And you'll talk about white privilege and explore its manifestations in individual, congregational, and community contexts. It'll run every third Tuesday, November through May. We need at least 10 people to sign up in order to run it. It's going to be led by Sadie and Jody Hallway and Jess Woods. I will put the link in the comments where you can sign up for that. It's going to be a really wonderful workshop, so I hope you can be a part of it. And finally, Karen Thomas and I are once again running a 4-session starting point small group this year. It's a 4-month small group experience designed for folks who are new to the UU Church of Nashua, although anyone is welcome to join us. We will explore UU theology and history experientially, beginning with your story, and then moving into conversations and activities to help better understand the story of Unitarian Universalism and this particular congregation. Starting Point is great if you would like to connect with other newcomers and go a little deeper, or if you're a long-term member and want to connect with some newer folks. That's going to run on Thursdays, November 21st, December 19th, January 16th, and February 20th. That's the third Thursday of each month from 7 to 9 p.m. And I'll put a link where you can sign up for that in the comments if you would like to be a part of it. That's what I've got for this week. If you have anything you want me to include next week, make sure to send me an email by 9 a.m. on Monday morning, and I will include it. And I hope you have a wonderful week. Happy Halloween, and look forward to seeing you on Sunday.